You know that feeling. You go to stand up, and for just a second, you have to think about it. Your hands reach for the armrest before your legs even try. And somewhere in the back of your mind, a little voice that wasn't there 5 years ago. You told yourself it's the chair, the cold morning, just one of those days. But if it keeps happening, if stairs feel steeper, if your legs feel less there, I need you to hear this right now. That is not aging. That is muscle slipping away, and it's been happening for years before you noticed. After 60, your body loses muscle faster than it did in your 40s and 50s, a little every year, like air leaving a tire. You don't notice until one morning the ride just feels different. Here's what changed everything for me. You do not need a gym to stop it. No floor, no equipment, no pain. You need exactly what you're already sitting in. I'm going to walk you through the only chair exercises you need to start protecting your muscle today, and you're going to do every single one with me right now. Stay to the end. The final exercise is the one most people skip, and it may be the most important one for keeping you steady and independent for years to come. If you've had recent surgery or your doctor has limited your activity, check with them before we begin. Here is what is actually happening inside your body. Every day, your body does two things at once. It breaks down old muscle, and it builds new muscle to replace it. In your 30s and 40s, those two things kept pace. After 60, the scales tip. Your body still breaks the old muscle down, right on schedule, but it doesn't build it back as fast. Think of it like a savings account. The withdrawals keep coming every month, but the deposits have slowed down, and over years, the balance gets low. That's what you feel in your legs. That's why the stairs feel steeper. That's why standing up takes more thought than it used to. But here's what changes everything. Challenging your muscle, giving it something to push against, is the deposit. It's the signal that tells your body, we still need this, keep building. And a chair is all you need to send that signal. If this is making sense, hit like and subscribe. I make these videos for women over 60 who want real answers, not just go join a gym. And drop a comment right now. Tell me one thing you've been holding back on. I want to know. All right, let's send that first deposit. This is the chair stand, and here's why it's first. Every time you get up from a seat, the couch, the toilet, the dinner table, you're asking these exact muscles to show up for you. We're just going to do it slowly, with control, so your body actually has to work for it. Set up right now. Sit near the front of your chair, feet flat, hip width apart. Arms crossed over your chest, no hands. Your legs are doing this. Lean slightly forward like you're reaching your nose toward the wall in front of you. Press through your heels and stand all the way up. Pause at the top. Now here's the part that does the real work. Lower yourself back down slowly. Control every inch. Do not drop into that seat. That slow lowering, that's where your muscle rebuilds. Let's go together. Up, hold, 1, 2, slowly down. That's 1. Up, hold, 1, 2, slowly down, 2. Up, hold, 1, 2, slowly down, 3. Keep going. Aim for 8 to 10 total. If you feel sharp knee pain, stop and rest. Don't push through it. Good work. Stay right where you are. We're going after the front of your thighs. Think of those muscles as the shock absorbers of your legs. When they're strong, every step feels steady. When they fade, and they fade faster than any other muscle after 60, you feel it on stairs, getting up from a low seat, walking on uneven ground. This is the seated knee extension, one leg at a time. Sit back so both thighs are fully supported, feet flat, hands resting lightly on the sides of the seat. Slowly lift your right foot and extend your leg forward, as straight as feels comfortable. Stop just before you lock the knee out. Squeeze the front of your thigh hard. Hold 2 full seconds. Lower slowly back down. That squeeze at the top, That's the work. Let's go together. Right leg up, extend, squeeze, 1, 2, slowly down, 1. Up, extend, squeeze, 1, 2, slowly down, 2. Up, extend, squeeze, 1, 2, slowly down, 3. 8 reps, then switch to the left leg. Sharp pain inside the knee as you extend, shorten your range, go only part way. Still hurting? Skip it today and come back when it feels easier. Good. You're building something real today. Here's what most knee pain videos completely skip, and it's a big mistake. The back of your thigh, your hamstrings. Most people only train the front and leave the back completely behind. Here's the problem. When the front of your thigh is working and the back is asleep, your knee gets pulled in 2 directions at once. That imbalance puts pressure on the joint every time you walk, go downstairs, or stand up. Research shows that in adults over 60, the hamstrings can be up to 50% weaker than the front of the thigh. That gap doesn't just cause knee pain, it makes the whole joint unstable. This exercise fixes that. Sit near the front of your seat, feet flat, hands resting lightly on your thighs. Slowly drag your right heel backward along the floor, bending the knee as your foot slides under the chair, as far as comfortably goes. Then slowly slide it back forward. That's 1. Feel the pull in the back of your thigh? That's your hamstring working. Let's go together. Right heel slides back, pause, slowly forward, 1. Back, pause, slowly forward, 2. Back, pause, slowly forward, 3. 8 to 10 total, then switch to the left leg. Pinching behind the knee as you bend, reduce your range. Go halfway, never force it. Stay right where you are. We are not done yet. Your calves. Nobody talks about them when they talk about knee pain. Here's why they matter. Every time your foot hits the ground when you walk, your calf absorbs a portion of that impact before it ever reaches your knee. When the calves get weak, and they do after 60, that shock goes straight into the joint instead. There's also this. Weak calves mean less push-off when you walk. Less push-off means a shorter shuffling step, and a shuffling step is how trips and falls begin. This exercise takes care of all of that. Sit up tall, feet flat, hip width apart, hands resting on your thighs. Press through the balls of your feet and lift both heels as high as comfortably goes. Hold 1 second at the top, slowly lower back down. Now reverse it. Heels stay down, lift your toes up toward your shins. Hold 1 second, lower back down. That's 1 full cycle. Let's go together. Heels up, hold, slowly down. Toes up, hold, slowly down. 1. Keep going, 10 full cycles. If this is helping, hit subscribe and drop a comment. Tell me which exercise you felt the most so far. I read every single one. Neuropathy or numbness in your feet? Move slowly and stay pain-free only. Almost at the final exercise, the one I promised you. Stay with me. This next one is going to surprise you. Because we're not talking about your knee right now. We're talking about your hip. One small muscle on the outside of your hip, your gluteus medius. Most people have never heard of it, but here's why it matters. Every step you take, that muscle keeps your pelvis level. It's your body's shock distributor. When it's strong, your weight spreads evenly. When it gets weak, quietly, without any pain, your pelvis tilts. And when your pelvis tilts, your kneecap drifts off its track and starts grinding with every step. That's why your knee hurts. And the knee itself isn't always the problem. This exercise fixes that. Sit toward the front of your seat, feet flat, hip width apart. Place your hands lightly on the outside of your thighs. not to push, just to feel the muscles working. Press both knees slowly outward as wide as comfortably goes. Hold 2 full seconds. Slowly bring them back together. Control the return. Do not let them snap back. Let's go together. Press out, hold. 1, 2, slowly back. 1. Press out, hold. 1, 2, slowly back. 2. Press out, hold. 1, 2, slowly back. 3. 10 total reps. Recent hip replacement? Check with your doctor before any outward knee movements. Here it is, the one I promised you. Everything we just did was building to this moment. Your quadriceps has 4 parts. Most exercises hit 3 of them just fine, but there's one, the teardrop-shaped muscle on the inner side of your knee just above your kneecap that almost everyone ignores. Physical therapists call it the VMO. One job, keeping your kneecap on its track. When the VMO goes weak, the kneecap drifts. It grinds. Every step, every stair, every time you stand up. That is the source of knee pain that never seems to go away no matter what you try. Here's what the research shows. The VMO fires most powerfully in just the first 30 degrees of a knee bend. A shallow hold, not a deep squat, is all you need. Stand with your back flat against a wall. Feet about 1 foot out, shoulder width apart. Slowly slide down just a little. Stop when you feel your inner thigh and just above your kneecap begin to engage. That shallow position, hold it there. Press your back into the wall, squeeze the inner thighs. Feel just above your kneecap working. Hold for 10 full seconds. Let's count together. Press in, squeeze. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Slowly slide back up. Rest. Shake your legs out. 5 holds total. Do not go deep. Shallow is the point. Recent knee replacement? Check with your doctor before any standing wall work. You finished all 6. I'm proud of you for that. But before you stand up, I need 60 more seconds. Because what you do right now, immediately after this workout, can double the benefit of everything you just did. Here's something most people never learn about their knees. Your cartilage has no blood supply, none. Unlike your muscles, it gets all its nutrition from one place only, your synovial fluid, the natural lubricant inside the joint. And that fluid moves only when the joint moves. Every rep you just did was pumping nutrition into your cartilage. But here's the second half of that equation. After hours of sleep, your body is dehydrated. Your synovial fluid is thicker, less effective. The exercises got it moving. Now we need to replenish it. Here's what you do. Right now, drink 1 full glass of room temperature water. Not ice cold. Room temperature absorbs faster. And while you drink, 10 slow ankle circles with each foot. Keep the circulation moving while the hydration enters your system. That's it. Water and ankle circles. 60 seconds. Your joints are not broken. They've just been waiting for exactly this. Stay right there. I'm going to give you the exact schedule for how to use these exercises to keep getting stronger every single week. Now I want to give you something you can actually use tomorrow morning. Doing this once is a start. Doing it consistently, that's where knees actually change. Here's the schedule. 2 to 3 times a week. Never 2 days back to back. Your muscles need 48 hours to rebuild between sessions. That recovery time is not rest. That is when the strengthening actually happens. Monday, next session is Wednesday or Thursday. That's it. Weeks 1 and 2, focus on doing the movements right. Don't push for more reps. Let your body learn the pattern. Week 3 and beyond, add 1 or 2 extra reps to each exercise. Slow the lowering phase down even more. That controlled descent is where your muscle rebuilds fastest. Most people notice a difference by day 7. Not perfection, but a difference. Stairs feel more manageable. Standing up takes less thought. Tell me what changed. Tell me which exercise surprised you. I read every single one, and your progress helps someone else right where you were today find the courage to start. If this helped you, hit like, subscribe for a new guide every week, and share this with someone whose knees need to hear it. I'll see you in the next one. Take care of your knees. They'll take care of you.